Welcome to Soulful Conversation, the podcast that highlights stories of individuals sharing various life experiences and challenges. We showcase strength and resilience found in everyday experiences. So get ready to be inspired, informed, and entertained as we dive into topics with wit, wisdom, and a whole lot of soul. This is your space to laugh, learn, and connect with two fabulous women making a difference. So grab your favorite drink, get cozy, and let's dive in together to this soulful conversation with Shar and Miko.
Welcome, Soulful listeners. We hope that you stay connected to us during the week through our podcasts on Spotify, YouTube, Patreon, and social media. We'd love to hear a soulful story from you. So send us your requests to be heard on the podcast at info@soulful-conversation.com. Welcome tonight. We have a wonderful guest with us, Mr. Nate the Great from Seattle.
I'm Nate
And
Wells. I'm Nate Wells.
You gotta do
I'm your wonderful host, Miko DeLeo. And
The
we
star is here.
had a poop butt in the top. Your favorite butthole in mine.
Star.
Your favorite booty hole in mine, Shard.
Listen.
Star.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Welcome, Nate. We'd love to have you, honey. How you been? What's really cracking with you?
I've been okay.
That
You
part.
gang banging on camera now.
Gang.
Member.
Not affiliated. Not affiliated.
No, I've been okay. Adjusting, trying to become a citizen.
You said trying to become a citizen. Is that hard for you, sir?
No, it just doesn't feel like I am.
Where you been all these years?
I've done 3 tours in prison, Afghanistan.
Wow.
Viet Cong.
Via BOP, Bureau of Prisons, like
Bureau of Prester Investigation of Federales.
Yeah, the federales.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there 3 times. One was a violation. The other 2 were new cases.
So altogether, how much time was that, sir?
Like 13 and a half years. Horrible.
Jesus.
Altogether. Since I've been 25, I've only been out like 36 months.
Wow.
Since I've been 25, it's been horrible. But
we've missed you. We've missed you growing up. We've missed your personal journey. Can you share a story of how you got involved with the crime that took you away from us for so long? What was it and what happened?
Well, I found myself trying to be creative, being deterred from my father's ex-profession, which was selling drugs. So I remember when I was about 7, 8, my auntie wanted to go downtown with my cousins, and I didn't want to leave them guys, so I was offering to go downtown with them, and they told me they were going to go sell dope. And I, being 8 years old, being raised by you two, was like, I could do that. No, that wasn't you guys' fault. That wasn't you guys' fault. No, nobody taught me how to do it. I just wanted to do it. This is an instant response because I didn't want to leave Jamel. You know, Jamel, me and Jamel were.
Yeah.
So Auntie Glenn calls Dad, and he comes over the house and hands me this big old white cookie. And I don't know what to do with it. And he told me, don't ever ask for it again or I'm going to make you do it. And for some reason that deterred me from drugs, like from doing them, selling them, anything. That one conversation deterred me from drugs. Fast forward later, my mother is the most prolific booster in Seattle, if I think so. I have never met anybody that stole like my mom. But there was ingenuity in her stealing. We lived off of Nordstrom's as a kid. So she would go do what she had to do and come home with these elaborate things. And I turned 14 and she told me to take it back for school clothes. So that got my mind turning on how to get money in a different way and how the merchant system works,
Wow.
how to get around things, basically. So I was in a creative environment around a whole bunch of people that was making a way out of no way. And
Mm.
when I decided to give up on school, that's what I wanted to do. School
Well,
was
why did
boring.
you decide to give up on school? Because it was boring.
It was
At what
boring.
age were you? 14 when school got boring?
High school it got boring.
So yeah, 14 is about the ninth grade.
Yeah, high school it got boring. I was I guess I was a good student. They tried to put me. That's when I discovered I was an artist too, but it was too late. I was a junior, and they put me in beginning art class, and I was by the time the year was over, I was in advanced AP. So I got into art too late. If I would have been in art earlier, I probably would have stayed in school and finished. But I did finish school. I went later. It was later on. I finished at 19 and went to college at 20. So it's not like I was just straight doing bullshit. I was trying, but I didn't have a niche that I could call my own.
Makes sense.
That's fair. Very fair. And that niche would have been art per se.
Absolutely. That was my thing, art. It still kind of is, but I don't, it has to be for money. I can't just be drawing sitting around.
Right.
So I missed my opportunity to draw for money.
Well,
Do you
the
have
opportunity-
pieces that you put together that could get you monetized?
Nope, but it could be easily done. Just like I could do several mediums. I could airbrush, I could acrylic paint, charcoal, pastel, and lead paint. I mean, not lead paint, but lead draw.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
that's a skill.
Definitely
so-
skill. Yeah.
Yeah,
Take that
Yeah.
wasn't harnessed. Yeah.
it wasn't anybody's fault though. It was just a combination of circumstances and how we grew up and what my mother and father were into. Like they did their best with what they had.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know how most people be resenting their parents for how they grew up or where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
I understood them because we had in-depth conversations about it. Maybe I shouldn't have had some of those conversations at that age, but I will always talk to my parents about what was going on and how I felt about it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it's
real.
beautiful. No, that's it's actually beautiful, and that the accountability that you take for your part in this. Were they accountable for the actions that they and
I
the
think it
world
was
that
like
they opened you up
overly.
to?
I think it's like a overly guilt, especially with my mom. You guys know my father. Like it is what it is with Pop.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not though. Dad, he's actually been very contrite and apologized about a few things, like when he went to Atlanta while I was transitioning from middle school to high school. He also apologized for taking me out of football. Like he thought that football wasn't for me, and he didn't cultivate my basketball skills. Like dad was an asshole. Dad was an asshole. I told him about it, and we had conversations about it, what he shouldn't have did and what he wished he would have done.
Mm-hmm.
But for him to he took some blame, but he's not as overly apologetic as my mom.
Mm.
Mom
Yeah.
feels like she feels like she failed us or some. I don't know how she feels that way. I don't try to make her feel that way, but she feels that she failed us. I don't think she has it all though. She did the best she could, and we had
With
a
the
good
tools that she had.
right, and we had an excellent childhood. I was considered a spoiled, rotten brat. Like that
You
wouldn't
was
be.
spoiled.
I wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for those two. So I remember my childhood. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Everything
Yeah,
that
you
happened to me, everything that happened to me after that was on me.
Yeah, you're surrounded by family, and most of us, have little shady backgrounds and personalities and things of that sort. And here we are,
Yeah.
one big dysfunctional ass family. So welcome. Let's get into
Welcome to
it.
Soulful Conversation.
Let's get into it.
So look, check it out.
Yeah.
What was the moment that you decided to transition into this lifestyle? What was the financial pressure, or what was the ulterior motive?
Um, there was first of all, I would say the reason, and then I would say the byproduct. The reason was I had Trey at 20 years old. I was 19, turning 20, and Trey was coming. I was working. I had a car. I was staying with his mother, and I got in trouble for doing some stupid shit, like getting a car stereo. Like that was my first time getting in trouble. I ordered a car stereo, and I got fired from my job for that. So now I still had a job after that, but even back then, the diapers was a motherfucker.
They still expensive.
Diapers was a motherfucker back then. So I was trying different things. Like I tried to sell weed. It took me a week to sell it out, so I quit. Like that's not gonna work. So
No.
I started to go back into my past with mom and figure out how to do different things, and linked up with some people and made some things happen. Now I wasn't prolific in my career at that time. It wasn't it was just I was getting by.
Mm-hmm.
I was broke. And still doing crime, being broke. It was retarded. So my best friend has a sister, and she was in New York, and she was running credit cards. So I was like, I could do that. I know how to go to the store and shop like I own everything, like because of mom. So, so I know how to be in places that I don't belong and act like I belong, and it was perfect. So that I took off from there. I used to go from state to state. I used to leave broke, come back with money. I'd go get on the plane with nothing in my pocket and come back with everything that was needed. Now, by the time that happened, I done had two children. So now it's Jordan and Trey. I gotta take care of these two children. My baby's mama's brother is an athlete, and his mother just died. So I'm helping him. I don't want him to be on no bullshit. I don't want him to stop playing basketball. So I'm helping him. I'm helping my new lady's little brother. He also plays sports. So I had this little family to take care of. So working a job wasn't going to feed all those people.
So you're basically the hood Robin Hood. You feel like you're
I don't want to take that credit. I hate taking that kind of credit, but it's
it's
actually what I was
true.
doing. It's true.
It's very true.
I hate taking that credit though. So I was helping these people along the way, and my girl's brother died. Then we found out she was pregnant. Everything's spiraling. There's a whole bunch of emotions going on, and I did something stupid. I started buying cars with other people's names to get them chopped, but it never happens. I was spiraling, so I caught my first case doing that.
So this last time that you left, what was at your highest peak? What was like the alleged money that you came across? Like this last time.
There was a court hearing about the alleged money. They tried to come with a number as high as 17 million, but that was bullshit. It was the actual number that they came up with that was sort of true was 7.5 million. The actual amount that they could prove that we took was 5.5. So what was going on then is we found a way to put money on any card that we controlled. So basically we was printing money. And how we got caught, I'm not taking the credit for it, but I was fully involved in it. So I know what was going on and I knew the risk, but it wasn't my fault. Every other time I've been arrested, it's been my fault. I got caught. This time it was not. And I was in prison, bitter as a motherfucker behind getting caught this way. Because I was going against everything I've ever learned to get this money. Being around people you're not supposed to be around. People that you know or don't have no scruples, don't give a damn about what happens to you. They just want to get what they got coming, and if they get in trouble, you're under the bus.
Right.
So I was dealing with somebody that didn't care about who he dealt with, and I did. So when I went to jail, nobody that I dealt with went to jail, but everybody that this individual dealt with went to jail and told on him. They got caught up and they would tell on him. And I was in the story because I didn't like those people around.
Interesting.
So they basically wrapped me up because I didn't like them around. I didn't like them and I made it vocal. Like, you shouldn't be fucking with this dude. He's a drug addict. And come later to find out they were also pedophiles. Like, you don't be around those dudes. Like, what the hell?
So one thing about you gonna speak your piece. If they didn't know that, if he likes you, he likes you. If he don't, you gonna know. It's no secret.
So. Pretty much. If I don't like you, I'm gonna say I should have shut the fuck up though. I knew better, but.
Well, you're your daddy's child, and you know you got diarrhea at the jaw, so you're gonna say what the hell you gonna say, and it's gonna be what it is. So
yeah,
I mean, brutal honesty. There's honesty, and then there's brutal honesty. You and your father live in the realm of brutal honesty, and it gets you, not on the.
It got me in trouble.
The not so like list. So.
It got me in trouble. So I ended up doing my time with my co-defendant the whole time.
Y'all was in the same.
We were in the same jail, same space.
Wow.
Same unit.
So how did that work?
Dude. He's a cool dude though. He's my dude. I fuck with him, but looking at him every day and then.
You didn't want to slap him?
I actually got into it one time. Like, motherfucker, I've been sitting here away from my children and this motherfucker. It was ridiculous.
Well, it sounds like a real come to Jesus moment because
it wasn't though.
That wasn't the moment.
I did
saw him and he's still breathing. It was a come to Jesus moment on some level.
What are you talking about? My coming to Jesus moment as me not wanting to be a criminal no more?
No, you turning the other cheek and not bodying this cat. And
no, really, I kicked his ass.
Laying him flat.
Okay. You did get it. You got into a fight. A physical altercation.
Yeah. Only because I'm not a bully. Only because he swung on me and it was a reaction.
Oh, well, then that's what you get. That's what happened.
So it was only because he swung on me. We had an argument about shit that was going on, and he swung on me, and we got into a fight.
So that was fair.
Yeah, but still, other than all the way through my time, I had designs on being on bullshit when I came home. I was planning to gear up and do it again. Something happened when I came home, like a week after. I'm looking around, seeing what's going on. I did not like the landscape of the people that was around. I don't like the shit that I see going on. I'm like, bro, I cannot. I'm seeing my kids. One of them's mad as a motherfucker at me, done made up whole stories about me.
Wow.
I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm having conflicts with wanting to do crime. And my homeboy, my next door neighbor in the joint, a white guy, tracks me down. He sends a note to the halfway house like, man, call me when you get back in. He took me out to lunch and he gave me a job. My first job since I was 20 years old. So I started working. I got my car, my apartment. I got everything that I needed, and I was like, man, I'm cool. I'm really scared to death to do anything.
You should be.
So
That's what I said, the come to Jesus moment.
The come to Jesus moment was when I got the job. It had nothing to do with none of the prison time, none of that shit. I got out here and seen what was going on, and it's not cool.
Okay. And what was that? What's your specs? What did you see that just deterred
things
you?
in the streets, like they're crazy. Like
they're out of control.
These kids
it's out
are
of
crazy.
order.
It's out of order. These kids are crazy. Their principles are for the wrong shit. Like it's always was supposed to be get in and get out with an exit plan.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I never had a chance to exit, I've always had a plan. So I'm like, fuck it, man. I'll work the plan broke. I don't care. So I went and got the job. On my way to get in the apartment, another friend of mine, Larry Anderson, gave me an opportunity to with move-in costs and all that through this program called Fathers in Transition. So I meet everybody that's there, and the director's a pastor named LaRon. And he for some reason he took a liking to me. He said I move fast, and most people that got out didn't move as fast as I did. So in 30 days, I had a car, apartment, and a job, and I had assistance from Fathers in Transition. So he wanted to hire me. I didn't get hired at first because some kind of money issue they had in their funding.
Mm-hmm. It's a nonprofit.
It's a nonprofit. Mm-hmm. He wanted to hire me as a financial advisor. So that's what I do now. I finally got on as a financial advisor. And I've been helping people that look like me out, how to manage their money.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Look at how the full 360 moment comes.
Yeah. So
being on that side to this side.
Yeah.
Of financialness.
The financial side. So of course,
still in the money, baby.
Not as much as I want to be, but it's coming. So the plan was, when I was in prison, the plan was to start my own business. I've started my LLC. I don't know what I want to do yet because there's a lot of things that I could do fluidly. The most thing that makes the most sense right now is probably medical courier. So I'm probably going to start a medical courier business within the next 90 days with my EIN. And I'm teaching these guys how to follow what I've done. So everything that I've been through, I could teach it now.
And you're still Robin Hood. You're still giving back. That's what I meant by that.
Yeah.
You took the crumbs you had and you were making and gave back. And now you can give back the knowledge with the experience now. Mixed in with a little strength, with a little hope.
Yeah, so I was actually preparing for the job without knowing it. I used to read the Wall Street Journal, and I read a whole bunch I've studied stocks. Of course, I already knew how the banking system works from doing my thing.
Of course.
So
Nate 101.
Yeah. So from 2016 to 2024, I was studying in financial advisory and didn't know it. And was placed in this position by God. Now I'm starting off from the bottom, but I've already been certified in I've already been certified in this program, and it's looking better. It's rough right now though. I ain't gonna front. Being broke is no joke. I'm not rich Nate no more.
So how are you handling that? Go ahead.
It's a challenge, but I don't care because I'm not going back to jail. I'm not going back. I don't care. I'd rather be broke. I'd rather be broke with my kids and than be rich without them. So
we're putting light on the dark situation.
It's not really dark though. It's a struggle that needs to be had to get because I've had and lost it so many times that I need to appreciate being broke right now. So I'm embracing it. I'm embracing being broke. Things have been happening without it, still there's still abundance, but I need to be where I want to be,
Right.
and I'm gonna do that without going back to prison.
Please don't go back.
Absolutely not.
No, we have missed you, little peanut, and it's just been crazy. It's so many voids and so much life had life while you were away from us.
Life
That is
and death.
your path to redemption. What steps are you taking to first off, again, how many
No,
kids is there?
we already went there. We already done covered. We started with the end in the beginning. So we already covered all his great stuff and the things that he's doing to give back. So in the process of before you got to there, did you feel like what you was doing, like you was cool with it, you was justified, did it meet your expectations? Like did your lifestyle, you was like, I'm cool with it. Like
I was. I was okay.
mm,
I will always be okay with it because I didn't steal from nobody. I never stole from a person.
mm.
I stole from corporations and people that been capitalizing off of us forever. Shit, I made it a point to do that though. Like Nordstrom's, we been taxing their ass.
Okay, so you was like the Wolf of Wall Street, or more like the pit bull of the pit bull of Wall Street.
I wish I could have stole some Wall Street money. I'm not I'm not proud of I've been what I've been or what I chose to do to get money, but I feel it was more I had more moral high ground
Mhm.
than most criminals that I know. Maybe
Yeah,
it's because I don't do drugs either though.
You don't drink
yeah.
either, do you?
Sparingly.
Mm.
I barely do that. But maybe it's because of that. I don't know. I've always tried to well yeah, I'm a bougie criminal, basically.
Okay.
Yes,
Ex
I can
criminal.
see that. I can see that.
But it still feels like
I mean, so were you courtside Lakers and everything? What's going on? What was you doing?
I didn't go courtside Lakers because I didn't want to go.
No.
LeBron wasn't there yet, so there wasn't nothing to go see the Lakers for back then. I was skybox Blazers,
Mm-hmm.
second row and first row Seahawks playoff games.
Mm.
Um, I had
You
over
you had all the
600.
exclusive.
Yeah, I had over 600 pair of sneakers that your little cousin.
Mm,
I had
yeah.
all these crazy cars that dad kept. All that shit don't matter.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, because at the end of the day, it doesn't bring nobody back. It doesn't bring us happiness. I mean, it feels good to ride in,
I was
some
happy
nice,
as a
some
mother.
nice
I was
things.
happy in my being able to change my shoes every day. My rule is you should take care of your feet. So I spoil my feet.
You sound like your father.
Well, you have to carry a lot of weight around, so everybody should spoil their feet. We have to use them every day to go everywhere.
Well, your feet. Your
Your
feet is the
feet.
key to life. I want to
Oh
say
my
grandma
God.
told me that for real.
She probably did. I think I heard her say something like
Yeah,
that.
I swear she always used to tell me that take care
And
of your
she
feet.
always had them toes out.
Mhm.
And they were size 12s. Jesus.
Yes,
I
they
didn't
were.
realize how tall she was.
She was
She
tall.
was damn, it's like damn near 6 feet.
Right.
Hmm.
5'12".
It was at least 6'1", at least.
Yeah, she was tall.
And then put on some heels. Yeah, we got a starter for us.
So I had fun in my criminal life.
You had fun.
Amazing. I had fun.
Well, I'm glad that you had fun.
I had fun, but there was some
At
stressful
what cost, though? Yeah, what was the
So,
cost to
what are the
this?
my
regrets looking
time.
back? Your time. That's the biggest regret.
Time.
Your time. Yeah, and I can agree with that.
Yeah, because now your
Because
children are how old now?
everything
Yeah.
that I was doing, every bit of time that I lost money too.
How old are
Mm.
the kids now?
22, 19, and 16.
Sheesh.
And which one has the discrepancy with you? The
The
22-year-old?
22-year-old. This nigga think
Don't even start.
what?
Don't. Don't start.
No, he just has a different work perception on life. Like I was never there for him and I never did anything for him.
Well, peep game. What age were you when you,
When he left,
or what
how
age was
old was
he?
he?
Yeah, how old
13.
was
When you
he?
He was 13.
so
Which
those
happened
are
to be the same time you got bored with school. So he's missing his father and yeah,
Yeah.
angry.
It's not like I didn't reach out or speak to him the whole time I was gone. It was a issue over a vehicle that I wasn't in control over. So I feel like he should have took it up with the person that controlled the vehicle, which was his
mhm,
grandfather.
that
Which I
would never
told him.
happen.
The cool part about it is Dad would have gave it to him if he would have did what he asked. All he asked him to do was go to school.
Mm,
All Dad
Well,
asked him to do was go to school. Now we don't like him, and it's a whole bunch of stuff.
hmm. Well, the school thing, a few of us dropped the ball with getting shit done that way. So
yes.
I don't I don't even really think school matters no more. It doesn't. Like college doesn't matter. You get certified without being in college. You can do whatever you want without college. But be productive.
that's what it
You
is.
need some
Being
kind of
productive.
production. You want people to pour into you. It's like credit. Shit, people don't want to give you credit if you need it. Nobody gets credit because they need it.
No.
Yeah.
And so you got to be working and doing what the hell you want, and then people will help you. But I don't think he understood that, and that's probably because of my absence. I'll take the blame for that. And I didn't get to teach him how to be an adult, and I'm paying the cost for that.
Mm,
That's probably
Mm.
the biggest price that I paid is my relationship with him. Everybody else
yeah.
is fine. The one that should be mad the most is my middle child, and he's not
Mm,
because
Mm.
he's in Tacoma, and these guys are both up here. So it was challenging to get him sometimes. But when things was going on back then, I always had him. But before that, he would be at home sometimes, and those two would be with me. And I'm pretty sure he has reason to have resentment over that, but he doesn't. And we've talked about it. We've overcame the issue, and
mhm,
we're fine now. Like with everybody, everybody's fine. The hardest thing and the most costly thing I've ever had to deal with was the relationship with him.
mm.
Yeah.
But I'll be prepared if he ever needs me. I'll be there for
Yeah.
him.
And I feel like you're well rounded enough to take accountability and have that kind of relationship to where they could cry and give you those tears and the heart, and you could
Yeah,
fix
but
it. You could
these
mend it.
guys, they're a product of us too. They got their little attitude moments and crazy mouths. But this is what I got to do with it. I created this environment. It's just a season we got to come out of as I'm transitioning back into being with them.
Yeah.
So,
And breaking generational curses. So let's already get them in finance school so they don't have to do this shit.
oh yeah,
Let's already just get them in business school
the
and
youngest and the middle one. They're already interested in whatever I teach. So
Mhm.
I'm supposed to be running a class soon.
Mhm.
I'm working on
Okay.
that, and I just ran my first class actually yesterday.
How'd that go?
Oh,
Good.
congratulations.
It was received pretty well. I didn't think I did that good. I don't think I was that well prepared, but I'm a nerd. I get to talking about stuff that I like, and it goes off in a tangent. And I guess I gave a lot of information that was needed.
That's good.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So
You found your purpose without even looking. It just
yeah,
happens that way sometime.
I never thought I would be
Yeah.
doing this, and it sounds
Yeah.
good.
It feels good. It
I'm a
feels
financial
refreshing.
advisor for a nonprofit organization. I sound really prestigious. It fits
Well,
me.
well, let me see you put your shoulders up again and then lean
Yeah, do
back.
it again. Do it
Yeah,
again.
you sure did. Let's put a little
Financial
shimmy in it.
advisor I'm a financial advisor for a nonprofit organization.
Oh,
Yeah, that sounds beautiful. It rolls off real nicely.
Yeah,
I
I'm the
love it.
only. It's fun. It's
It-
cool to
It's
talk about. Well, actually, it's cool to talk about it. But I've been going through that too, like starting my LLC and trying to get my paydex score up. It's getting funded is a challenge, but it's a fun challenge.
Look at you, up for the challenge. I love
Mm.
it. What about doing some custom teas or one of a kind things that's just for you or for soulful conversation?
Graphic
Designed by
design.
Nate the
Said
Great.
he speak of money. He said he speak of money. He's not doing nothing for free.
I didn't say free. I
He
just
said he
said
speak of money.
You
we can
guys,
do some customs for soulful conversation, one of a kind pieces.
okay? Graffiti. You guys on the Soulful is not graffiti. You guys are
Well,
girly
you know,
girls.
no,
We
no,
are.
no. You have to think it's Shar and then it's Miko. So you know our personalities. So look at
You
that.
got Miko. You've got really girly over the years. You're not a thug no more.
Time out. Back to this. What message do you want to convey to others that's struggling to get a relationship?
Clearly, because this is going down messy boot
Um,
lane. And
Listen, I started.
this, I want. What message do I want to convey most that resonates today? No matter what your plans are, they're not your plans.
are you speaking in riddle, Batman?
I'm being dead ass
Riddles?
serious. I had plans on being everything. I had plans on being everything that I'm not today. I had plans on doing crime. I had plans on getting back to where I was before I left. I had plans on all of that, but all of those plans were not my plans. My plan is
Mm.
being my plan is being met out and goals are being met right now. And this is what I'm supposed to be going through. This is the path I'm supposed to be on. So your plans are not your own.
I
They
love
never
that. What do you want to see happen in the community now that you're back and it's all technical and tech savvy and technology and social media ish?
um it's a powerful tool. I haven't used it yet. I just been posting funny videos because I've been being reserved and quiet, working on myself. That's why I haven't been as vocal as I've usually be when I'm on social media. I've just been working on myself, but it's a tool that you can use for productivity. You can reach people where they are. You can uh you can uplift and help like you guys are.
That's what's up.
Thank
So
you, Nate. Thank you, Nate. That great.
the
And my little
thing
stick of water cat.
so the thing that most resonates and the message that I would convey is
Mhm.
um, just be open to new things. Be open to struggle. It sounds crazy, but be open to
Struggle is what you
being
have to go
uncomfortable.
through.
Yeah, people flourish when they're uncomfortable.
That's right.
Don't be afraid of success and try to reach your goals with good intentions.
Hmm. I love it.
Mm, I do too. Some more of it. Look at
Yeah,
you.
Okay,
yeah,
the last question that I had, you said that when you were transitioning from the halfway house, um you went to Fathers in Transition. Is that the name of it?
yep. Fathers in transition.
Okay, so besides that support, is there any other support besides Larry? And then you said the other gentleman name that's a pastor. Are there any other
Laurent,
support systems or groups
they are.
that
Well, Larry is my contemporary, and Laron is my boss now. So
okay.
I was retained by those guys, and to teach the financial literacy. We have actually a lot. We have housing, job placement, financial literacy courses. We're working on developing more curriculums and programs for people to get into, and the guys that are in there are really flourishing too.
So the
Like,
program that you're in, is it specifically for people that were incarcerated, or is this open to young Black men that
yeah,
are certain age bracket?
we have age brackets. We have a program called Young Bulls. We have Fathers in Transition, and then we have Black Wealth for Fathers. So
Mm.
basically, all you got to do is be a father, and
Mm.
preferably a Black man, but even though that's not the requirement. So this is a
Oh,
program specifically for males because in Washington State we don't have that many. Um, from what I'm told by the main, we have a connection to a guy in DC. He's from Seattle and his name is John Allen. He allocates funds for nonprofits and that's his job as the main. He's the main guy that allocates funds to everybody. So he has a program dynamic and he knows who services what communities. In Washington, we are the only program that's catered to fathers
Oh,
in the whole United States.
in
no,
Washington.
Washington.
Oh, just
They
Washington.
have them. They have fathering programs in the United States. The most prevalent are in Atlanta and Virginia.
Interesting.
There. So those guys, they say we're doing work that nobody's in this state is doing, and I guess the goal is to be a program director one day.
Well, come on.
They're
Speaking into
turning me
existence.
into a program director as we speak. I'm training for
You
it.
you sound like a program director at this point. So
I
go
would
on and
hope
claim it. Yes, you are the program director. Congratulations.
so. Thank you.
Yes. So, anything you want to leave our listeners with? This has been just such a eye-opening moment to catch up with you and go down memory lane, and then just see your progress. Is where you are mentally right now. It's so mature and warm and fuzzy, and I just get love on you.
I've been through a lot. Like, let me
I
see this.
know.
Okay, I've been through a lot. Um, I just want to leave with everybody to I, just be. Well, I'll tell you what my dad told me. There's a story behind it, but I asked him why he was always nice to everybody, or why he would always try to be nice to people, even though you guys don't know Dad is being nice. He's nice until you do
Nate's,
something to him, and then he's
Nate's
bitter.
always been good with me. I ain't
Dad's
gonna.
always dad. Dad is guarded the way he is because he's sensitive. So I
Yeah,
asked
he's
him
a
this.
Pisces.
Yeah, I asked him this question when I was around 7, and I asked him why he was nice to a crackhead, and he told me that you always want to treat people how you want to be treated, and you never look down on anybody. And also, somebody has to grow up to be the next crackheads.
What the hell?
It makes all the sense in the world. It made all the sense in the world to me. Somebody has to be the next crackhead. You never know who that could be. It could be you. So you wouldn't want anybody to treat you like you were less than because you were having tribulations. So
Mm.
Dad always made me treat people how I wanted to be treated.
That
So
is hood philosophy 101.
I love
101,
it.
101.
Somebody has to be the next crackhead.
Somebody has to be the next crackhead.
Jesus.
Pow.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened. I'm like, wait.
Pow.
What?
I'm like, it makes total sense. Like, I don't know where he got this wisdom from. Dad, where did you get this from? Like, yes.
From a
But don't
crackhead.
leave with somebody has to be the next crackhead. The point is somebody you treat people how you want to be treated because you never know what position in life you will end up in and what help you would need. So always be willing to give and open to receive all the
Thank
time.
you.
I love that. I
I
love
love
that.
it.
I love that.
I
That's
like that
good.
analogy better.
Right.
Fire, though. You
It,
know
it-
that.
it's a lot more palatable. That's very true. Very true. Very true. Very humbling too. You have aged greatly, oh wise one. You can take the name Nate to Great, the Great, and just pass the torch on to the next generation now.
Yeah, hopefully.
You can. It's already written. It's already done.
Well, I'm
So
trying. I'm trying my best to walk in this new path and be okay with it. It's a struggle though. It really is. But
I
I'd
mean,
rather be
life's a struggle. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd rather be struggling on this side though. And shout out
that's
to my
right.
guys. Shout out to all my guys in the joint too. Like it's a crazy place to be, especially during COVID. That was crazy.
Oh
No, we didn't
wow.
even get to that. We didn't even talk
Yeah,
about any of that, but
Right.
that
yeah.
whole ball of wax of being in prison, that experience with
Yeah.
all
We'll
those
have to
personalities.
definitely have you back so we can discuss that
Prison
life.
stories. The next episode, prison stories on Soulful Conversation.
No, okay. You do prison stories,
No, I was being a jerk.
but that it was crazy.
she's
It was
she's being herself.
Shut up.
them prison stories is crazy though. Like it was bad.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm, mm,
And
mm.
for the wrong way, like not what you think, like not the violent prisoner type stories. Like it was the administration is just horrible.
I'm about to say the administration. Those people are, you
Horrible.
know, I can imagine.
It's just horrible. But
Mm-mm.
It wasn't supposed to be the Ritz Carlson, so they were just really trying to send a
no,
message so you wouldn't come back.
they did, but it damn sure wasn't supposed to be that inhumane either.
Well, they put those demons there for a reason, so you can see that you're not one of them.
The people aren't the demons though. That's the crazy part.
No, I mean the staff. They put the staff become those demons for a reason, so the prisoners can see what not to be.
I
What's
can't
there
even
for
blame them. You know what? It's systematic. I don't even blame those because
it is.
there's some good staff in there. There's people that really cared, but they couldn't go out outside the parameters of their job. It's
Mhm.
the actual rules and the bureaucracy, the actual how they run it. It's just horrible.
Yeah. Well, it
Everything
was
is
supposed to
everything
be.
is mental warfare in there. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It has zero to do with rehabilitation. There's no really rehabilitative state in prison.
No, it's not. It's because it's something else.
Yeah,
And
it's
there's
some,
so many black men there. It's totally something else.
it's
We've
something else.
lost so many generations of
No,
fathers
it's
and
not something else. We know exactly what it is though. It's modern day slavery for sure. It's exactly what it is. The money for bodies.
yeah, I
Wow.
didn't want to
Yeah.
say that because that's a conversation in itself as well. But
Yeah, but
it's so true.
people do what they do to go there. Oh, and that's another job I have too. I'm paralegal. But
Okay,
people
Jamaican, you gotta have too many jobs,
yeah,
okay?
I got jobs. So
On the river.
people that go there, like it's like the people that are in there for what they're in there for, it's not the federal system is not the same anymore. You would think big bank robbers, big like I was supposed to be there. A
Mhm.
big financial crime. I was supposed to go to the feds. You have people that get caught with ounces and grams and got 30, 40 years, and it's just ridiculous. People that's
It
never
is.
going to see the light of day again over grunions.
Mm, mm,
So
mm.
yeah, that 94 crime bill was a mug.
And it was by design, trust.
Yeah.
It was definitely by design. So this has totally been a joy and eye opening, and we could talk forever and ever, but we can't. So,
Well,
Charlisa,
Alicia,
who's that? 'Cause my name is
you.
Nico. Penis. Anyway, so Nate, thank you so much for coming on Soul for Conversations. Thank you for listening. Um, Hope you enjoyed tonight's Soulful Conversation and our wonderful guests. Be sure to stay connected with us during the week through our weekly podcast on Spotify, YouTube, and Patreon, and the rest of the social medias. And don't forget to send in those soulful requests to be heard on the podcast at info@soulful-conversation.com. Love you, grouchy old host too. And until we meet again, peace and love. Peace and love, fam. Peace and
All right.
love.
Love
You
you both.
guys.
Love you too.
Okay. All right. Y'all take care. Have a great evening.
Night.
Bye.
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 Thank you for listening to Soulful Conversation. We hope you enjoyed tonight's Soulful Conversation. Be sure to stay connected with us during the week through our weekly podcasts on Spotify, our YouTube channel, Patreon, and social media. And don't forget to send in those soulful requests to be heard on the podcast at info@soulful-conversation.com. Again, thanks for listening to Soulful Conversation. I'm your host, Shar the Star, and my fabulous co-host, Nico the Moonlight.